y'all doing? What's up? It's Robbie. We're back with another one. Welcome to the Responsible Degenerate podcast. Y'all know I'm your host, Robbie. That's my host, Mel. That's my host, Rolly. And today we got another guest.
Yo, what's the
Today we
word?
got another guest.
What's up?
Cway. See you might.
Hello,
Yeah, she lit on
hello.
TikTok. Y'all might know her. You know, she lit on TikTok. You know,
You should
you
know.
should
You
know
should
her.
know.
If you
Should
don't know, make sure I follow
Now
her.
you know.
It's Cway.
Mhm.
Yo, I meant to ask you. You know, you got a fake account. Somebody,
There's like
yeah,
5 billion of
somebody,
them.
like literally
Wow.
after I think you shared it. Let me tell you what they said before we get into our topics. Let me show you what they
She
said.
said there's 5 of them.
Oh,
He
big
wrote
time. That's you big
somebody wrote
time.
me and said, "Yo, buddy, want some pics? Did you start betting or you have been betting?" And I looked at it.
Yeah.
I thought it was you. I'm like, hold on. It say 20. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, I wouldn't talk
I'm
like
looking
that.
I'm looking like, nah, this can't be her. Cause like, why would she hit me on a different account? But then I seen it said,
And if I hit you with a yo buddy,
yeah, yo, buddy. I'm
wrong.
like, nah, this can't be her.
Yo,
I'm like,
buddy.
this
Crazy.
can't be her.
It's crazy.
But today we got
Yeah.
NCAA tournament. We're gonna go through Sweet 16, Elite 8. We got the Final Four coming up. We also got a little trivia game, Final Four trivia game, and we got the transfer portal been hot lately. It's been hot, so you know we gotta get into that. Let's start the tournament. Sweet 16. Which game y'all enjoyed the most?
What
Ooh.
game I enjoyed the
I'm
most?
gonna go. For me, LSU, NC State. That was the one it did it for me.
I'll let Cway go for sure. You can go ahead.
Yeah. You're my
Ladies
man.
first, ladies
Where's
first.
my manners? Where my manners? Go ahead, Cway.
no, the LSU NC State game was really good. The South Carolina was that in the Sweet 16?
Yeah,
Was it
Maryland.
South Carolina?
Maryland.
Yeah,
it
Sweet
was-
16. Yep,
yeah.
you're right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the South Carolina Maryland. That was really,
Mhm.
I mean, my favorite game actually was the Maryland Alabama. Was my favorite game so far in the
Mm.
tournament.
Yeah, the
That was
double
my
Yeah.
favorite
time.
tournament. But yeah, but the NC State LSU, that was a really, really good game.
What about y'all?
I like Duke, North Carolina. It was like an old school game,
nasty.
low
Yeah.
scoring. It was defense. It was a lot of defense. It was tough. It was rugged. I like games like that. I don't want to see nothing easy. I want to see the better team win. You know, when that rubber hit the road. Like Duke, they held North Carolina to nobody having double digits, bro. I like games like that. Nobody in North Carolina had double digit scoring. How you not like that?
Nah.
Defense wins championships. I like that.
That's a
What about
fact.
you, Mel?
I ain't gonna lie. I got two favorites. My first one was Maryland and South Carolina. But no, actually, my favorite, I ain't gonna lie, was TCU versus Notre Dame. I really wanted to see that matchup with Haley Van Lith, Hannah Hidalgo, and I just wanted to see how they matched up well. And I wasn't let down at all. So I would say those were my two favorite matchups.
Yeah, man. I don't understand why they keep letting off South Carolina off the hook. That shit is getting me irking my nerves.
I mean,
That shit
if we
irking my
want to dive
nerves,
into
man.
it,
That shit
Lord
irking my
have
nerves,
mercy.
man.
We
That shit
can.
irking my
That's
nerves.
why we
man.
here.
We here.
That's
We
why
might
we
as
here.
well
That's
dive
why
It's
into
like
it.
these teams, they get them down in the fourth quarter and then just forget how to play basketball.
You wanna know what it is, bro? You wanna know what it is? I feel like I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if you was watching that game, you can tell that Maryland had better talent than South Carolina. But in too much of these matchups we're seeing, it's not about the talent on the floor. It's about who's the most disciplined in the clutch moments. Maryland was up like 4 or 5 points going to that fourth quarter. They was looking good, and then they ended up turning the ball over, bad shots. You can't do that against a team like South Carolina, and I feel like that's constantly the differentiating factor. I feel like teams are beating themselves more. They're beating themselves up more against South Carolina than South Carolina beating them.
That's
You just got to be
right.
Off the
disciplined.
name.
Correct.
Off the name.
Yeah.
Correct. Like,
Yeah.
You know, I seen a stat, right? That was the first game all year South Carolina played where they ain't registered as still as a whole team. I was like, yeah, they were supposed to lose that game.
what? Bro,
They were
it
supposed to lose
was,
that
man.
game. Like, Malaysia came in and saved the day. So, if there's anybody they thinking, that's who it is, because they was for sure supposed to lose that game. Not one steal as a whole team?
Fourth
I was like, yeah, that's nuts.
quarter,
So they've been struggling all tournament. They've been struggling all
Facts.
tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But they're experienced and they're
That's
winners.
what it is.
Sean is a winner, and we kind of see this on every level. When a team actually has been there before,
Mm-hmm. That
Kinda, it's
experience
always
level,
the edge.
that experience, it matters a lot. It
Mhm.
matters a lot.
Yeah, I feel like they just stopped.
Yeah.
Stop moving
Especially
the
in the
ball.
crunch. People
It
get
was-
scary, man.
It was too much one-on-one. It was the ball sticking to one side of the court. It wasn't more. I was like, yo, like, why y'all wait till now? Like I'm hyped, I'm
Look at the
happy,
game plan.
I'm happy.
Look at the
Like
game plan.
I'm not gonna lie, South Carolina got a
Yeah.
nasty whistle. They whistle is nasty. You breathe on them, whistle. I'm like,
Championship
bro,
blood,
I'm
man.
Yeah.
like,
That's
come
how that
on, man. Like,
go.
Yeah.
That's how. If you're gonna beat the
People are
champ, you gotta
coming
beat
to
the
see them.
champ.
They're coming to see them though. I mean, that's how people need to understand. Like, people are not coming to see Maryland. No shade. Like Cheyenne Sellers,
Max.
love her. Sarah, what is it? Tebiasu, new fan of hers. She's
Mhm.
Yeah,
people are coming to see South Carolina. That's who's bringing in the money
that's a
right now.
fact.
So they're gonna
That's
get
Yeah.
a
that
fact.
special whistle when it's
Yeah.
You
close.
gotta beat the champ to beat the
nasty,
champ,
man.
man.
But
Right.
all right,
Yeah.
so
I ain't gonna lie. If I could say
yeah,
one last thing, like I will say Malaysia Fuwali won that game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Heroic.
She
Tape
came
on,
in
Mal.
there,
Tape on.
instant
Tape
offense.
on.
Every move she was doing, it was looking like filet, finessing everybody on the court. They couldn't do anything with her. She was the reason South Carolina won. So we just got to give credit to
yeah,
Malaysia.
man,
She
Yeah,
really put
yeah.
on
yeah.
and did what we expected her to do.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's why I don't know if you saw, but after the game, I put the artifice and I tagged her. Like that's how mad she got.
I'm
That's how
crying.
mad she. Like, why you gotta save the
Man.
day? Like, man, but
She put
she
on.
was out, yo. She was throwing it behind on her Crawford, throwing it behind the bag. I'm like,
And the park with it, like,
come on, Malaysia, not today, like, not today. Like, I was hoping
Not today. Not
I was hoping she fuck up because when she messed up one time, Dawn be take out. Like, but she was not. She was.
yeah.
She did that thing, man. Yeah, she
Yeah.
did that thing.
It was
Yeah,
no taking her out
she
that
did that
game.
thing,
It
man.
was no
She did
taking
that
her
thing,
out that
man.
game.
But Elite Eight. What we got? We had a few. We got a couple good ones. My favorite one. I'm gonna say. I think it was Duke. The Duke South Carolina one. Also came down to the last shot. Some shot an air ball. Ashton Jackson shot a freaking air ball trying to be the hero.
She had a rough
Trying to be the
night.
hero.
She had a
She was
rough
trying to be the
night.
hero.
Yeah.
She had
She had a
Sinai
rough
on him.
night.
Sinai on her. You blow by her, get the layup. She settled for it, air ball. And that was that. But I was impressed with Toby.
Taste.
Toby impressed me. She was banging.
Toby
She was
Fournier
banging,
did.
and she
Yo,
was undersized.
I don't know what it is, man, with South Carolina. That's like the third game in a row they gave up like 15 plus offensive rebounds, bro. If they get past Texas, they ain't gonna beat UCLA or UConn.
They're not getting past Texas.
They got some
They're not getting
towers.
past Texas.
They got some
They're not getting
towers.
past Texas.
That's
We
gonna
ain't got
hurt
to talk
them.
about that.
They know how to. They're gonna scout. I think UCLA is easy to beat with a good coach, and I know that sounds.
Yeah, for sure.
I think LSU struggled because Kim Mulkey. She's an amazing recruit. She has good firepower, but when it comes to some of the schemes, I'm like, Kim, what are you doing? What are you doing? Dawn knows how to scout for UCLA. They're a really easy team to beat, in my opinion. But when they're on and everyone's shooting and they're using bets, then they're hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, LSU
Yeah.
lost they lost the
They lost to UCLA.
the minutes that Betts was fouled in foul trouble. They lost those minutes. They didn't win those minutes.
Yeah, they lost a minute. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. To kind of like switch it up, I would say it was probably the most interesting game for me was Texas versus TCU because I really wanted to see how TCU was going to be able to perform against that defense. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect them to get shut down like that in the beginning, like how they did. But even then, if you look at it, I think the score was like 22-20 at half. And it's like TCU played as bad as they could, turning the ball over, 5-second calls. They couldn't even get the ball past the free throw line. But somehow, some way, like how we said, I feel like Texas is a great team, but I feel like their Achilles heel, like it's hard for me to see them winning a championship
Not
when
shooting.
you're letting teams. They had like 17 turnovers in the
Yeah.
first half. They was down 2. You can't do that against a. You can't do it against a South Carolina, UConn. You can't afford that. You can't afford that mishap. So I feel like that matchup was definitely intriguing. Like TCU definitely battled back, but ultimately Texas ended up getting the dub. Madison Booker put on, and like their bigs are really good. So
You know what I like about that game, Mel? Sedona Prince had 4 shots.
She's not good.
Nah, I wouldn't say she's
At the
not
end-
good.
At the end of the day,
She's
Rob,
not good.
and you have to like if something ain't working, I love Haley Van Lith, but it looked like she was just sporadic that night. She was just chucking up shots, trying to play hero ball. Like, get back to the basics. Do something normal. Run a pick and roll. Dump it down. Do something different. They expect Haley to shoot shots. They expected Haley to shoot them out that hole they was in. Sedona Prince taking 4 shots it can't happen. She didn't even look like she was playing.
She couldn't do anything. I think Sedona and Haley are very similar where when they're playing out of the SEC and they're playing in the Big 12 or against white girls or whoever, they look top tier.
Uh-huh.
They
That's a
look
great
top
point.
tier, but when they go back and they play in the SEC, they struggle with the physicality. And so yeah, I agree. Like with Mel, it's not that they're not good. It's just that when they get real physical bodies on them,
Mm-hmm.
they struggle. I don't even think I would push back that Haley was playing hero ball. I think she was doing everything that she could. She was
Agreed.
trying to do her little basic pick and rolls, wasn't working. Nothing
Mm-hmm.
started working until she just like, I just got to shoot from the outside. That's the only thing that's
Yeah.
gonna work.
Exactly.
She struggles with the physicality, and that's my concern for Haley going forward. It's not that she's not a good athlete. She's probably better than most of the athletes we're talking about her.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like the W level, the physicality and the speed, she struggles, and that was exposed with the Texas game. I think it's the speed and the physicality of it. But Texas
They
can't
can't
shoot.
shoot.
And because
At
Texas
all.
can't shoot, how far can you really take them? They're on
They
a
efficient
What I've
though.
been saying.
They are efficient.
Yeah, but
They
it's hard.
And
It's going to be
threes, you can't
hard.
shoot.
But for me, it's going to be hard for you to be a championship team, and your 3-point shooting is that lackluster. It's not like
it's not
they don't
lackluster. They
see-
just don't shoot them. They just don't
They
shoot them.
can't.
Nah, they don't. I don't remember
They
the last
can't.
time they shot good
They
from the
can't.
3-point line.
They
They
can't
just
shoot.
don't. Like Rory Harmon is more of a mid-range special. The only 3-point shooter I think is Lee and like Shea Holly, but Shea Holly has been struggling all tournament. And like she's supposed to be the shooter, but I feel like she's kind of struggling with her confidence. I feel like Texas, in order for Texas to win, they really have to lock in on the defensive
Yeah,
end,
they gotta
and their bigs are
fast
gonna
break
have
points. Fast break points, second
Yeah.
chance points. That's how they gonna win. That's
Yeah.
how they
Yeah.
gonna win.
and
Yeah.
shot selection. I think Madison Booker, she's looking like a sophomore right now. Her
Mhm.
shot selection
Mhm.
is so bad. And I think a lot of the sophomores seem to be struggling with shot selection, and I think that gets better over time. But so that's why I don't feel like this is their year yet. But if Madison
not yet.
Booker if Texas gets some shooters and Madison Booker takes better shots, I mean they're dangerous. They're dangerous. But I don't know about this year though.
I agree
don't-
They going to the,
100%.
they
Yeah,
going to
I
the
don't
chip,
see
though. They
them-
going to the chip.
I don't see
They
them
going to
get-
the chip.
Because you
going to
just
the
want
chip.
South
They going
Carolina
to
to
the chip.
lose. You just
They-
want South Carolina
They
to
think
lose.
South
That's why.
Carolina.
They going to the
I
chip.
mean, they could because, like I said, South Carolina's Achilles heel is the glass, and
Mhm.
Kyla Oldacre, like Kyla Oldacre isn't even like aggressive offensively, but she's such a big body that she
It's just a
causes
big body.
problems.
Yeah, it's just a
Big
big
times
body.
where like she's a problem for South Carolina. So if they could slow that game down and make it muggy, double team off, let Raven Johnson shoot, which is kind of been the scout
The
report.
game
Like
plan.
Texas could do some things. They could.
I agree with you, man. I like how you broke that down, man. I agree with you, man. I agree with you.
This guy.
Especially when you said,
This guy.
so and so. But yo, Mel, I'm pretty sure you seen the USC game, man. And we just gave Kiki everything, her flowers, 2 games ago when she had like 38 or something. I'm not gonna lie, man. Her last 2 games, I ain't like
Last two. I was about to say the
I ain't like
last
how she
two.
looked. Last game, I'm like, she came out hot. She had like she hit like 3 or 4, something like
She
that.
was balling in the
Yeah,
beginning.
and then she didn't make a field goal to like the 4th quarter. And I've been telling y'all, Sarah Strong took her heart. Sarah Strong was going at her. She
South
was
Strong is a problem.
Yeah.
knocking that up.
South Strong a problem.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I was watching that game, like I ain't gonna lie, the first few minutes I was really impressed with USC. I'm like, first of all, UConn was turning the ball over, taking ill-advised shots. I'm like, whoa, this ain't UConn basketball. The only person that was really putting on in the beginning was Sarah Strong. She was looking like I feel like she calmed them down. But like in the beginning, Kiki Ariafi was like getting the ball in the block, telling the teammates to move out the way I got it. I'm like, yo, I love this. And then it just didn't sustain. And it's like, in order for you to beat a team like UConn, you have to keep your foot on that gas from the time the ball go up to the game is over. And I feel like she could have done a better job of being a bit more assertive. Like, you gonna go out swinging. And I just don't feel like I don't feel like that's what occurred.
And not to push back a lot, but I think that's a testament to Gino right there. Like, he seen that she was being overly aggressive early, so he just switched up the coverage and, like, basically, make her choose. Make it tough for her. So that's why, what's her name?
For USC?
Yeah, what's up?
Kennedy Smith,
Brady?
Avery
Brady
Howell,
somebody?
Rhea Marshall.
Hold on,
USC?
no, because I
Rhea,
think it was
Rhea,
Marshall.
Rhea,
I think it was Marshall.
Rhea
That's why
Marshall,
she,
Rhea Marshall,
like,
yeah.
Rhea Marshall. She had a great game because she just fed off of the coverage being protected to Kiki. So she had a good game. But I just feel like Gino, he made, adjustments and made it tough for her.
Yeah.
She ain't have a running mate with her. It sucks, man. You could.
We don't give her that excuse. We don't give her that excuse.
Nah, you could see that the air getting
not
sucked
gonna
out of
give
them,
her-
man. You could see it, man.
We're not gonna give her that excuse. Like, come on, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna.
What you think,
we're not gonna
Cway?
do that, yeah.
What you think, Cway?
I mean, I'm a little biased right now. I'm a little biased and not in Kiki's favor. One, I've been a little vocal on my lives and on my pages. I'm not a big fan of her post game interview after Juju went down. It gave. I think she was just weirdly excited that she
to
had the
be
opportunity to get that
to
30
be the
point
number
game.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just like me peeping game and seeing how people move, but it was like she was very, very excited that she got a chance to go off. The energy was off. The energy was weird. And so then I was trying to see what she was going to do now that she got her opportunity to shine. I was like, you got it.
Keys.
You wanted it. Now you
Mm-hmm.
got it, And then that next game, her being a senior, supposed to be, she was at 1.2 on the scouting list, missing those big free throws multiple times. It wasn't even one time. It was multiple times. That game was bad. So now I'm like, okay, she's going to have a bounce back game this game. And I know they scouted for her. I know they were sending a lot of pressure to her, but I don't know.
It didn't look like she was ready for the moment.
You got to
She's
figure
not
it out.
she's not ready. And that's not to say she won't get ready later.
Yeah.
But I also think there's no way in hell she should have let Coach Gottlieb have her in the position all year where the whole game plan is get the ball to Juju. Like they should have. I would have had to pull Coach aside and be like, "Yo, you're tanking my
my draft stock.
stock.
Yeah.
Juju got 2 more years to go
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm a senior.
My draft
I'm a senior.
situation, and she just let it happen. And then now she had the opportunity. I don't think she was ready.
She wasn't.
So
Yeah, I agree. I feel like this Kiki Ariafen that we've seen at UC is completely different than the Kiki we see in Stanford. Stanford, when she was playing behind Cameron Brink, she was looking like prime Asia Wilson. Like she looked unstoppable. I don't think there's really a times where I've seen her play in the USC jersey where I'm like, oh, she's on one. Like I've seen her miss. Yeah, like she just didn't seem like her. So it is, I definitely agree. It was disappointing to just see how she went out. It's like, yo, go out swinging. You're a senior. This is it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like
no more.
Do
It's
whatever
last
you
game.
can to put the team on your back. So I just feel like I don't know if it was the environment, the energy, or she didn't feel comfortable. But yeah, she definitely kind of disappointed. I'm rooting for her. I'm hoping she continues to elevate and do well in the W. But yeah, she didn't really do what we wanted her to do in USC.
Yeah, but who did kind of impress me? She did have a tough game though, Kennedy. Like I like Kennedy. I don't know, like I like she had a tough game. No, she couldn't make a shot.
Real tough.
But
Yeah.
when it comes to the other side of the ball, she stuck with it. She was on Paige. Paige had to pick and rolls to get off her. But I like Kennedy and Howell. Yeah, I like Howell. Yeah.
and how that I've been seeing. I mean, that last game was, breakout. I think this Kennedy and Howe is the same ones that I've been seeing. I've seen Howe have big games though. I've seen her have big games. Kennedy definitely can do more, but her shot was just off again. I don't know.
Yeah. You could tell she was trying to find it off the pick and roll, and she kept trying to find it, but it just wasn't going. And I don't know if it was just better for her to kind of get it more in a flow. But it's like certain times where you're trying to force that shot, like when you need this team to make the three. I just felt like she was kind of a little bit sporadic with her shot.
I think it goes back to what Cway said about coach giving the ball here, Juju. Like you gotta build these players up to win. Like I said before at a previous episode, you gotta build them up early because you never know, you might need them later. And now look, you need them later. Now she's not used to being the number one, well not number two option. She's not used to being the number two option. She used to stand in the corner, catch and shoot. Now we want you to Kennedy. Make something happen. She's not ready. Well, she wasn't ready for that yet. But I think this experience and next year with Jude not being there, she'll be way better next year. And then going into her senior year, she'll be way better than now, of course. But
Kennedy, if you're listening, stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yeah, she got a great future.
Simple as that. Yeah. You on a team for a reason. You got a jersey for a reason. Exactly. I ain't trying to hear that. She wasn't ready.
No.
You knew the thing was coming up.
I'm just
listen. They all professionals. They all bouncing the same ball, shooting in the same rim. Like, get them shots up. Be prepared.
But it's also the coaching. I think didn't make it. I think they all have skill sets, but the role that they try to throw them into, the only person that should have been ready for that role is Kiki. I think everybody else, and I think Howell's role didn't really change. TVO's role really shouldn't change, but they kind of forced Kennedy into a role that they hadn't made her do all year, and so
like, that wasn't her role. Yeah. Now you just.
And so for her, I understand that that's not like you're actually making me do something in the offense that I have zero training doing. Everybody else still was kind of in their role. They really threw Kennedy off, So
and she got to guard the best player.
She's working.
She's working out there. So Final Four.
And the last thing I say is because I'm a USC fan. Also, like Ali Hoffman, like I'm not gonna lie, like when she came over from Oregon State, like I really thought she was going to be a key piece to like kind of make Juju as well as all of the other teammates' lives better. But I just never felt that I never felt that Ali Hoffman was like ready. Like I don't recall seeing her have a good game, and I'm a fan of her. I think she's talented, but I don't know if it like I think it comes back down to coaching where I don't know if it's just a situation where Lindsay didn't put her in positions to succeed. Like Ali Hoffman is a big guard. I would love to see her on the post more. She can back down a lot of these guards. I didn't see none of that. I just saw dribbling up the court, shooting shots, and her missing. So I just feel like Ali Hoffman had an opportunity to really make everybody's job easier, but it just didn't happen for reasons I don't know why.
I think USC. I would give Lindsay one last like chance. Like show me what you could do without Juju. Let me see how you could without Juju. If it's the same offense, let me get somebody new up in.
Yeah,
I get somebody.
I don't think she got it. But
I don't want her to leave. I don't want her to get fired or anything.
Like me either. But I'm like. I mean, Mel, like we gotta do what's best. If like, your offense is just give the ball to one player, now when she's gone, you just like
where the coaching
like
there's times where I've looked at USC games, but I'm like, where's the play? Like, where's the play? Like, you should have a play for every player to get them open. You should have a play for Kiki, Avery. Where's the play at?
She's not drawing no
Get out the way, get 12.
Exactly.
She be getting out coached by UCLA's coach, who's also to me not a good coach. And I saw them two go out. I'm like, oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. That ain't good.
Get the ball to 12. Final four.
Play,
that's the
Final four.
Get the ball to 12.
And go rebound.
Oh man, Final four. We got UCLA. We got UConn. We got South Carolina. We got Texas. Give me your predictions.
That UCLA UConn game is going to be tough because I just noticed how small Sarah Strong was.
Yeah.
I don't think I really noticed that until this last game.
Yeah.
I know Gino's fully capable of handling it. You know, I think he's gonna put the other big girl probably on Sarah and have to get out of whatever. But UConn can easily win this game if they scout it out and plan it out. But AZ's gonna have to go crazy.
Hit some shots. Yeah, she got to hit some shots.
Yeah.
And UConn, I think the difference is UConn's defense. People will sleep on how good UConn's defense is, and so that stuff, all that sharp shooting, Gardner going crazy, Hawkhead's going crazy. That's not happening on UConn.
Yeah, those are anomalies anyway. That's not coming right. That's not coming back. Yeah, they don't even play like that. They just had great games, But I'm gonna have to go with UConn too. I just feel like they're on a mission. They're trying to send Paige out the right way, and it's just very apparent. I feel like they're trying to send her out the right way. I see Gino coaching on a whole different level. The players is on the string. They following everything to a T, and they just don't look like they have the proper competition. And if it was, South Carolina don't even look like they ready for that matchup. So I just don't see nobody being UConn.
Yeah, what you got, Mel?
Yeah, it's gonna be a great game. But similar to like what Rolly said, I feel like UConn is on the mission. Paige Beckers is trying to get that ring before she leaves. It's definitive, like that they're trying to make that happen. And I definitely agree. AZ Fudd, like I think she scored 8 points last game. AZ Fudd is gonna have to score more than 8 points.
Can't happen.
I do feel like she had 8 points. She has to play better. I will say though,
like 15 or something. That's crazy.
Yeah, I will say though, UConn has to be really careful because just like how Cway said, Lauren Betts is 6'7". She can guard. She guards bigs and guards. She can slide her feet. I'm interested in seeing how they play Lauren Betts because if Lauren Betts go off, it could cause a problem.
Yeah.
Now, I still feel like UConn could win because I feel like Paige Beckers is going to go off. I feel like AZ Fudd is going to go off. Sarah Strong is going to do her thing. And they have a lot of great players off that bench. KK Arnold, Ashlyn Shea, who's an amazing spot-up shooter. Like, they have a lot of pieces. So I got UConn winning, but I am interested in seeing how they play Lauren Betts. Honestly, yeah.
You got to contain
UConn by double digits.
Dang.
UConn by double digits.
This guy's... Have you seen
UCLA
play, bro?
Let me tell you.
That's not a bad take. That's not a bad take.
Let me tell you how it can go down, right? Because UCLA, they can't shoot with what's the name with UConn, right? So G's gonna do something. He gonna do something to where Lauren Betts gonna have to guard. I feel like he might go small, and now she gotta guard Lauren Betts. I mean, not Lauren Betts. She gotta guard Sarah Strong, and Sarah Strong gonna put her in foul trouble. That's how I just feel. She gonna put her in foul trouble. AZ gonna have a better game. UConn by like 15. Next.
15.
Yeah, UConn by 15. Next.
I hear you on the fact that how you mentioned that, like I do feel like UConn will outshoot them, but we can't ignore the fact that UCLA has some shooters. Gabriel Vasquez is a shooter.
Mhm.
London Jones can shoot.
That's my favorite. I love her.
Yeah, Kiki Rice is streaky. She's more of like a slashing guard. But if you're not careful, London Jones can put up threes in a heartbeat. So, and on top of that, if Lauren
And
Betts
then
is a
and
problem,
Gardner, they had Gardner finding her stroke all of a sudden.
I pray
Thought
she
it was,
don't.
I
I
thought
pray.
it was an anomaly. He said, "I pray she don't."
I pray she don't. I've never. She went so crazy.
I was like, "What?"
That
Yeah,
She came around that screen so sharp and just shot in their face. I was like, what
oh,
is
she's locked in. She's
Yeah.
locked in.
She was locked in, and she was big too.
Yeah, she like 6'4". Like, I'm like, okay.
I'm
I
like,
thought I saw a statue.
Look,
Crazy.
the last point I'll
Okay, man.
make.
Yeah,
My fault, bro.
I was-
Now, the last point I'll make is if Lauren Betts gets off and they can't stop her, that's going to cause UConn to have to double team, which makes it easier for UCLA to get their shots because somebody is open. So that's something to be mindful and be aware of is Lauren Betts and how they defend her because I feel like that could open things up if they don't pay
They
attention.
might. Now that you brought it up, man, they might have to double.
Listen, I watch a lot of. Not a lot. I watch a lot of like Shannon Sharp, you know, and he got this thing to where I like where he say this, right? He says limousine, ice cream, 17, UConn by 15. Simple, bro. Like simple, bro.
This guy's crazy.
UConn by
crazy.
15.
Bro, he really worked hard on that.
This
Bro.
guy's
He really,
crazy.
this guy
What the heck? UConn by 15.
He don't want South Carolina in it. He think UCLA getting beat by 15. Like, all right, bro. It
South
takes him hot.
Carolina's gonna be in it.
Yeah.
South Carolina, the script is
They're probably
already
be there,
written.
but
South
Think so?
even the spread,
We gotta
the
talk
spread
about
is
that
telling you,
one.
it's telling you what you need to know. Like it's telling you what you need to know. It's 9 right now. It's telling you what you need to know. They're gonna beat them by 15 or somewhere around that number, bro. So we all kind of
Make sure you take that bet. Make sure you take that
what
bet.
the one by what 10 or some shit.
UConn by 9. You
I
make
will.
sure you take that bet.
You know me. You
Right.
know me. I
I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to
don't duck
see it.
no smoke. Like
You make sure you take that bet.
I don't duck no smoke.
So what about Texas and South Carolina?
Oh,
This is
Texas.
man.
I'm going Texas. I don't care nobody say I'm going Texas.
I don't feel like you don't mean that. You don't mean that. After all of his takes about Texas early on,
Oh, they not
Come on,
going
bro.
nowhere. Texas
No
not
way.
going
they
nowhere.
can't shoot. It's
No
because they
way.
can't shoot. That's why I'm like,
so why you root
So you
for
think they're
them?
going? So you think they're going to be able to hit shots against the best defensive team in
I
this
think
shit?
SC ain't been shooting well either. So it might be a fight to the end. It might just be a
So you got Texas.
Now,
You got Texas.
who has
winning.
better players? If that's the case,
individual players.
Carolina.
Which amount?
and you saying if it's a fight or who players is better, who has the better players, who has the better coaching?
Man, Big Chase ain't bad.
Either way you
Big Chase ain't
slice
bad.
it, either
Big
way
Chase
you
ain't-
slice
Big Chase ain't
it,
bad though.
you can't even paint a picture to where Texas beat
They
them.
beat them before. Why they can't beat them again? They beat them before. Why they can't beat them
With
again?
these stakes, with these stakes,
Well, you never know. You never know.
win or
You
go
never,
home.
you
It's
never
different.
know. You never know. South Carolina ain't looking good.
So tell me, tell me how they win. I would love to hear it. Tell me how Texas win this
All right,
game.
look, I got y'all right. All right, look. This is what's gonna happen, right?
Bullshit.
We're gonna. I'm saying we, but they're gonna lay off Raven. Tell shoot threes all day. Simple. We good.
And she
She
just
gonna
gonna shoot 10
She gonna
threes a
shoot 10
game.
for like 2 for 10.
She has not shooting that many shots.
I'll give my take
Okay,
after.
bro.
I'll give my take
Okay,
after
bro.
Cway. I'll give my
Yeah,
take after
because he
Cway.
taxed.
After
Ray
Cway,
Ray ain't
yeah.
shooting
Let me
no
see him
damn
move. I
10
just see him
shots.
move.
Dawn is pulling her. Dawn is pulling her.
What you guys see? I know you want South Carolina. Go ahead, hurry up.
Of course.
This guy's crazy.
I'm a Gamecock. Well, if South Carolina loses, we beat ourselves. So we'll just say that. But I think we've been
They've been
beating
playing with
ourselves.
fire. They've been playing with fire all tournament. All tournament.
And
Like,
we've been
I
beating
don't know.
ourselves. We're due for a good game. I just feel like South Carolina's due for a good game. We've been struggling against Indiana,
That's a
struggling against non-shooting
good
Duke. I mean,
that's a good
at this point, we already got Texas' number. We know how to beat them. Ain't nothing they can throw at us that we ain't seen. We seen Oldacre. We seen Jones. We know what Rory finna do. I mean, I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried.
What's
Yeah.
the spread on that? What's the spread on
5.
that? Oh, SC by 5.
5.
It's gonna be close because they both won it. I think
Yeah.
they won it. Texas won it. South Carolina won it. It's gonna be close, but
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see it. I don't
we
see
play
it.
good. We play. I mean, Texas. We know how to beat Texas. They know how to beat us though.
Yeah, and I this is tough because I'm really like I love rooting for the team that most people don't think is gonna win. So and I really
Underdog.
love Texas. Madison Booker is one of my favorite players. I think her game is so unique. Her pull up game is elite. I do agree with Cway. Her shot selection sometimes is iffy, but she's so like long to where when she releases it, you just, oh yeah, that's a good shot. When it's like, you could have got an easier one. As much as I want to say Texas, I know deep down inside, South Carolina is not going to lose that game, and I'm going to tell you why. There's no way that you can tell me, like the first time Texas played South Carolina, Bree Hall held Madison Booker to like 2-20. Madison Booker was missing open layups. Madison Booker is the focal point of that offense. She can't struggle. If Madison Booker struggles, Texas won't stand a chance because who else is going to score?
Who's going to do something?
Royce Harmon.
Jones. I think Jones. Anybody going to cook us is going to be Jones. Her footwork, her size, we always Booker. When she gets in these big moments, she's still so young. She's still not doing the right stuff. Her and my lady, they be doing the same thing sometimes. They switch off, they'll cook one day, then the next game. They're sophomores. They're still growing, Yeah. Jones is who scares me. And Oldacre on a good day.
Yeah.
And Oldacre on a good day. But
yeah, I think I definitely do, because I feel like even that, it's like, okay, like you don't have to worry about them taking three. So I do feel like South Carolina has to figure out how to stop them on the glass. If they don't, that's going to be a problem. But I feel like what is going to give South Carolina the edges, they just have more offensive threats. They have people that could shoot threes. If Malaysia Wally plays like how she did last game, Texas won't have a chance. Let's not forget, Tessa Johnson is also somebody that's due a good game.
Yeah.
Like Sanaya Fagan has also been balling. Chloe Kitts, obviously, it's going to be tough for them. It's going to be tougher for them to score. But I feel like overall, South Carolina has an edge just in terms of scoring. But I will say, if they don't stop Texas off the glass,
it's going to be a problem.
Madison Booker doesn't have to play well. They're just going to win from the fact that South Carolina can't get a rebound, because that's a matchup nightmare. Yeah,
the guard game. This is not going to be kids. I always be pointing out which game is going to be. This is not going to be a kids game. This is not a kids game. This is going to be a Tessa, Malaysia. Raven's going to have to run the offense. This is going to be the guards. The guards are going to
Tahina.
It's going to be on them.
I like how y'all so confident, but
it's going to be on them.
Y'all scared too. I like that.
You also got to be like realistic.
You got to respect the competition.
You got to be realistic. They ain't making it for nothing. She is the player of the year. Like, it do mean something.
So it's definitely like we definitely have South Carolina, but it's also calling out like Texas has a lot of strengths that can work well against South Carolina if they're not careful. But I definitely got South Carolina edging that one out. I want to pick Texas, but
pick them.
I can't
pick them. Be on my side.
That's a personal.
Be on my side.
If we're talking about who are you going to win if I put money or anything like that, I'm going South Carolina because I have odds and I understand.
You don't bet against Don.
I'm not betting against Don.
Let's say they win and UConn wins, right? Who y'all got?
See, that's different. That's different.
That's a whole different.
I have UConn.
Okay. Who you got?
UConn went into South Carolina and won it like 20 something.
You heard she said Gamecock. You heard that.
No, I didn't say that. When it comes to the finals, if it's South Carolina, UConn.
South Carolina don't want that.
I'm sorry. There's something in my spirit that's telling me, look, I know y'all may not be, I don't know what y'all are, but I feel like both of them are covered. I've been saying it all my life. They both covered. They got the spirit on them, right? So they're covered. But when they meet each other, look, it may be Paige's time. And I hate to say it. They're going to quote me because they know I'm a Gamecock fan, but I just feel like Paige done been through so much. It just feels like this is her moment. It just feels like that, You can just think that feeling.
I'm looking at the shot she taking, like it's just falling off her. Like she in a zone right now.
Easy, y'all. The 40 was easy.
She in a zone right now.
Yeah,
and like I don't even see it being hard. It's effortless,
bro.
And I want it for Paige because I feel like Paige is that girl. She's in UConn where everybody else UConn greats have chips. And we all know this whole idea of like, are you great if you don't have a chip? Some people are allowed to be great with no chip, whatever. Yeah. Okay. I don't want Paige to be one of those people. I want her to be in the books of people who are great and had a chip. And so if that means
that was a shot.
I mean, I'm just saying
that's like a shot.
The goalpost of what
that was to Miss Caitlin. That was to Miss Caitlin.
All I'm saying is removing the goalpost.
Wow.
Removing the goalpost.
Y'all ain't catch
I like that though. No.
I'm
with her. Yeah, cook. Keep cooking. I'm with her. Keep cooking. I'm with her.
I want the standard to be you could be great, right? Talent wise, but I also want getting a chip to also be a big part of that. And I do My concern is if Paige doesn't get one either, this whole idea of like having a championship is going to be watered down. Because if Paige doesn't have one and Caitlyn doesn't have one, getting one, I think
it ain't gonna mean as much
It's
as
it
not
ain't
gonna
gonna
be the
mean
same.
nothing because now we're saying the two best players, and they were. I mean, like they were
hands
best
down.
players.
Hands down.
Don't have chips. Like what does that kind of mean? And so I want Paige to get it because I want that to be the
But
standard.
don't worry about it.
I want winning to
Don't
be
worry
the
about it.
standard.
We ain't got to worry about Paige not getting one. Don't worry about it. Just put your money in the right place.
Yeah.
You good.
But I want the Gamecocks to go. The Gamecocks going to the championship game ain't nothing to snooze at, and so they get there. You know,
Yeah,
Like
same
last
thing.
year, getting back to the game.
Yeah, I want them there. I want them to get there and think the repeat is right in their hand and snatch that shit from. Snatch that shit.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, if we just going back to South Carolina's last match with UConn, when I tell you that game got ugly in South Carolina,
it got
and
so ugly.
UConn wasn't even playing well before that game. They were struggling. People was like, "Damn, can UConn even compete with the top team?" They went into South Carolina and lit them on fire. I've never seen a
That wouldn't
team.
happen again. They underestimated them.
play the game?
Yeah, I don't
No,
think.
right?
Yeah, AZ went crazy.
She did.
AZ had like
she did.
30.
I'm
she
tweaking.
played.
She did. I'm tweaking. That's what she. That's
Too many people weren't on the scouting report. Nobody thought that AZ was going to drop 30. Don would never get done like that again.
Why she
And so
won't?
I do think that would be a great rematch.
Yeah.
Because now she knows that AZ is fully capable of going off. I mean, I just think they saw South Carolina. Didn't South Carolina lose to Iowa?
Yeah. No.
I mean, not
no.
South Carolina. Didn't UConn lose? USC lost. UConn lost another bad game. Okay.
It was a couple.
They had a bad loss.
It was another thing.
It was a bad loss. So I think Don probably they weren't ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They weren't ready.
Yeah, they won't lose that bad if they meet in the players. It's just like offensively, like South Carolina's gonna have to guard, and I feel like if AZ and Paige go off, it's gonna be overwhelming to where they're gonna think they gotta.
UConn has more firepower for sure.
Yeah.
They do.
And then South Carolina has to play smothering defense. Smothering defense. So yeah, I like that rematch, but
Smothering defense.
I'm going with Paige.
Who wants to see Texas UConn? No one's tuning in for that.
I wouldn't mind.
I want to see it.
I'm tuning in. I'm here regardless.
I wanna
I'm
see it.
tuning in.
Yeah,
But I'm saying, like,
See, it's,
Now that the one that's gonna put butts in seats and sell tickets is
South Carolina, UConn,
yeah.
and that's important too for the game. You know, you hate to consider
Facts.
that, but
it has
these numbers matter, and every year we're looking at these numbers, and you know that's also
especially in women's sports. Make sure you say that. Especially we trying to get them all the coverage they deserve. So hell yeah,
we're gonna tap
Best
in
game
regardless.
down already. Unfortunately, Tank what would have been a lot of numbers. You know, can you imagine how many people would have tuned in to that page? I mean, for
That's the game that just passed. Paige versus Juice. Oh my god!
And they lost to them that last
USC
year.
against South Carolina. She's not gonna play in that shit now, and that shit was gonna be rocking in South Carolina next year. It's gonna be rocking. Damn, man. But
injuries is unfortunate.
man. All right, so we got. We're gonna spin back. After the chip, and I'm letting y'all know now. If UConn wins, I'm coming in here with a Paige jersey. Over it.
I said UConn will win.
I already got one.
All right,
I got one.
Cool.
I gotta get one.
But I ain't want to wear that. I'm a USC fan, so I can't wear that after they beat USC.
Cool. I'm coming on mine. I'm coming on mine.
Gotta wait a little
time.
time.
On mine. All right, well, now we got trivia time. All right, so I got. Let me see what I got.
I ain't getting embarrassed again.
Yeah, you good, bro. 1, 2, 3,
I
4,
know I'm sitting
5.
out. That's what I'm saying. I'm sitting
I got 5 questions, right? And all these questions are about either a player or a coach that's in the Final Four right now, all right? So, and I'm going to give y'all, after the question, I'm going to give y'all 4 multiple choices. Y'all got to pick one. I'm going to let all y'all go. I'm going to say who wins, blah, blah, blah. All right, so first question I got. This player was rated the number 2 player overall in the country, and the number 1 point guard in their class by ESPN. A, Kiki Rice. B, Rory Harmon. C, Raven Johnson. 4, Paige Beckers. Who want to go first?
You said number 2?
Yeah.
Repeat the question one more time.
This player was rated the number 2 player overall in the country and the number 1 point guard by ESPN.
this year.
No, when they was getting drafted, when they was getting recruited from high school.
I'm gonna say.
Oh, I know who. Yeah, go ahead.
Do we just say? Or?
You want to say it on 3?
We'll go one by one. So who want to go first? You want to go first, Mel? So okay, Mel.
Nah, let's see.
See
we go
what
first. Ladies first, always.
I was gonna say. I think it's Kiki Rice.
Yeah, you got Kiki Rice. What you got?
I had Kiki. I had Kiki.
I was gonna say Kiki. I don't think Paige.
Y'all all wrong. Y'all all wrong. The Raven Johnson.
I thought Raven. I thought Raven, but I was like,
What was Kiki ranked? It wasn't. Oh
She was
wow.
ranked pretty high. I remember she was like a high school
Mm.
All-American or something like
I
that,
don't
bro.
Dang, I was confident too. I thought it was
Raven John. When I
Kiki.
found that out, I was like,
That ass.
wow. All right, so
you know why I was going to say Raven? Because I see your face when you reading the question. He's like,
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe
Dang.
it.
Okay.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like,
I was going to say Raven.
couldn't believe it.
But I figured it was
I was
Kiki.
very
All right,
confident.
this
Dang.
coach coached their team to a double overtime victory that snapped the longest win streak in college history of 111 games. A. Don Staley, B. Gino, C. Vic Schaefer, D. Corey Close. What's that name? Corey Close. I guess that's how you say your name. Corey Close, the UCLA coach.
Repeat the
Question?
names again. Question and answers
This
one more
coach
time. Yeah.
coached their team to a double overtime victory that snapped the longest win streak in college history of 111 games. A. Don Staley, B. Gino, C. Vic Schaefer, D. Corey Close, the coach of UCLA. I don't know. I think that's how you say her name.
It would have to be. It don't have to be the UCLA coach to beat Dawn's record. It's a,
I'm gonna go with C. I forgot the name
I
that
said
you said.
Vic.
C.
I'm
Whoever
gonna
was
say
C,
C.
the third
Vic
person.
Schaefer.
Vic. I'm going to say Vic.
I'm
You
gonna
got
say
what you
Vic
got?
Schaefer too.
did Texas beat them first?
What you got?
I
Dang,
think,
What you got?
I can't remember who they lost to first. Was it
that's
Texas?
what I'm saying. I
Wait,
think it's Texas.
I'm gonna go with Vic
All right,
Schaefer.
Vic Schaefer. Who you got, Rolly?
y'all.
I said
Vic
Vic.
Schaefer.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
who
going
you
to
got,
say Vic.
C-Way?
I'm going to say Vic. Because I was going to say Vic.
I'm just gonna go with y'all because I don't want to be by myself.
Yeah,
You know, I
it's
think
right.
maybe the
Vic
UCLA
Schaefer. Vic
coach.
Schaefer.
I knew it. All
Mississippi
right.
State beat
I was going to say
Go
Vic.
Mavs.
I was going to say
UConn
Vic.
in a double overtime game. I think it was in a tournament, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so y'all tied with one. This player parent was once teammates with one of the coaches coaching in the Final Four. A. Madison Booker, B. Chloe Kitts, C. Sarah Strong, D. Tamia Gardner.
Ooh,
You said this player's
Question one more
parent.
time.
This player parent was once teammates with one of the coaches in the Final Four.
Gardner.
So you on Gardner,
Gardner.
Tamia Gardner, D. Well, check on.
Repeat the answers one more time.
A is Madison Booker, B. Chloe Kitts, C. Sarah Strong, D. Tamia Gardner.
it's either Gardner or Strong, but I think Strong is the dad, so I think I'm gonna go with Gardner.
So
I'm gonna be different and choose different. I'm gonna go Chloe Kitts.
y'all wrong. Sarah Strong. Her mother played with Dawn.
I said Strong.
Her
I said
mother,
it was Strong.
her mother played with
Her
played
mother
with
played
Dawn.
with
Yeah,
Dawn.
Yeah.
I said Strong. I said Strong.
You
Gardner.
said
I knew it
you
was
said
Her
Strong. You
mother,
said
her mother played
Strong.
with Dawn. I
Dang.
think
I picked
WNBA.
Gardner because her name is kind of like normal. Like it's like a regular last name.
Yeah.
I thought it would be like a simple
Y'all,
name for somebody,
y'all,
you know,
y'all
like
tied one. Y'all
Yeah.
tied 1-1, man. We got 2 more questions. No, one. No, I'm sorry. 1 more question. Shit. No,
yeah,
two.
we
No,
all got
two.
the first one
Two
wrong.
more.
Yeah, that
Two
was
questions.
three.
All right, so
Yeah.
these 2 players shared the MVP award at the McDonald's All-American game. A. Joyce Edwards and Maddie McDaniel. B. AZ Fudd and Caitlin Chin. C. Taylor Jones and Aaliyah Moore. D. Kiki Rice and Gabriella Jaquez.
Only All American is Kiki,
I'm
and I
going.
know.
I'm going with Kiki and
I'd say D.
D. All right,
yeah.
so what you got, Cway?
Say
I
it
don't
again.
want to.
I said.
I don't want to keep saying the same
What the
shit.
question again?
Yeah, no, the name.
A. Joyce Edwards and Maddie McDaniel. B. AZ Fudd and Caitlin Chin. C. Taylor Jones and Aaliyah Moore. D. Kiki Rice and Gabriella Jaquez. Excuse me.
Kiki and Gabriella Hosquez.
It has to be D.
Oh, yeah. Y'all all right. Y'all all right. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause,
I
like
was
when I
like,
think high school, Kiki
I
Rice is
think
the
Kiki.
first name that
Yeah, I
pops up.
said that.
All right. So let's see who wins this one for the winner. This player received their first sports scholarship offer in the 6th grade. A. Paige Beckers, B. Lauren Betts, C. Malaysia Fawali, D. AZ Fudd.
I think it's
Sixth
Paige.
grade.
6th grade from Maryland.
It's either Paige
from
or
Maryland.
Betts.
The offer was from Maryland.
From
No, the offer
Maryland.
was from Maryland.
So she had to be close to Maryland.
You said Paige, AZ, Lauren.
Yeah, Paige, AZ, Malaysia, and Lauren Betts.
I'm gonna go with Paige.
I was
It
gonna
could
say
be Betts,
Paige.
but I'm gonna go with
All right,
Paige.
Paige, what you got, Rolly?
You said Paige, Betts, Malaysia,
And AZ.
I'm going with AZ.
All right, what you got, Rolly?
fuck. I'm gonna go Malaysia then. We all pick somebody different.
Mel's
It's gonna be
right.
Malaysia.
Mel's right.
I
Oh,
was gonna say AZ
AZ.
because it's where's
shut
she
up,
from? Where
Mel.
AZ
She's from
from?
Washington.
I know it
It's
has to be
cool.
somewhere close to
Oh,
Maryland.
It's
Sixth
school in
grade.
Washington. It's
congrats.
school in Washington.
I didn't want to say the name. I knew it was
Let's
gonna be
go,
AZ.
Mel.
And she at UConn. That's close. I should have said that. You ain't have another death question, right? You ain't had a sudden death
Nah,
question.
that's
Right?
it. Game done.
I
Game
knew
done.
it.
Game
I
done.
knew it. I
Mel
knew
won,
it.
man.
I fucking I was gonna say AZ, but I'm like, let me just be different. Let me be different.
All right, next we got the transfer portal. We got So I'm gonna give y'all a name, right? Y'all give me what team y'all think best fits them. Then we could get into like why they left, blah 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 blah. All right. So first we got Kiami McMillan from Rutgers.
Yeah.
What's the first question?
No, I said we got one. I said I'm gonna give y'all the player. You just give me like what team you think best fits them, and then after we'll get into like why they left, et cetera, et cetera. So I said Kiami McMillan from Rutgers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, 5'8" guard. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of great bigs, and at least I'm just trying to think of a team that needs a guard. I would probably say I feel like she could go to Duke.
That'd be a good one
Um,
too.
I think I would say Duke because even though like they have Ashlyn, they have Reagan Richardson and Ashlyn, I definitely think they could use like a point guard to like set them up more.
Score.
And she's pretty quick, so as well as score. So yeah, I mean she averaged damn near 19 points a game. So I feel like they could use that guard that can be a threat offensively, but also dish to her teammates as well. And I feel like she'll have more threats.
You got Cway?
I can see her going to like an NC State. I think they're clearing out, so maybe that, and then maybe trying to go to Baylor. At least Baylor, you're going to get some of the exposure there, but they have a good history of the team, so maybe that. She definitely needs someplace where she can get exposure, but she needs structure.
Definitely. She
Yeah.
and one shit.
I see
I mean, she averaged 19. She averaged 19 or 42% field goals. I mean,
and one shit, bro. Just like look you off.
I would say Florida State.
Florida State.
Isn't tonight Lassen going into the
So what the
portal
fuck you
too
on there for then?
to take over?
All right, Florida State. I give you that.
Fill
All right,
in.
Florida State.
Remove and fill in.
Samaya Smith from LSU.
From LSU. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know what's crazy? I was looking at her, I'm like, yo, she looked like she's good. Like, she just looked contained, though. She just looked real contained.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, 6'2", big body. She can rebound. I feel like she has more to her offensive game than like we get a chance to see. I'm thinking of a team that could use a big, somebody that's versatile. Maybe sheesh.
I got some ideas if you want one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
I'm blanking out. Yeah.
I think this will be random, but Michigan really needs some bigs.
Trust about to say that.
He loved Michigan.
I'm a huge Silas Wars fan.
Silas Wars needs some help. They could definitely slot her in at a 4 and get a real big. I know she doesn't want to go any places. She has to play the 5 again. But if they slot her in as a 4, they just need somebody athletic. They don't have nobody really athletic and movable down low. And Notre Dame could really use a big that can move, So again, but somewhere where she doesn't have to be the actual 5. And then I don't know. Hell, maybe even UCLA. I'm not sure.
Shit.
Next to Betts. I don't know what her Betts' sister's gonna play. I have to. I don't know. Maybe her. But yeah, I would like her at Michigan. Notre Dame.
Another random team that just came to my mind. Even though Georgia Amore is obviously going to the W. I think she could maybe fit with Kentucky. I know Clara Strack is pretty good, but I definitely think they could use like another solid bench, solid big off the bench, and kind of just like plug and play her. I definitely like. I'm a huge fan of Kenny Brooks, and I feel like she could fit really well in that Kentucky system, like running up and down the court. And I feel like she'll have a chance to be able to get more shots. So I like her in Kentucky playing with under Kenny Brooks as well.
All right. Tanaya Latson.
Oh, the first team that I think
Hold
of
on.
is
You
LSU.
muted.
Oh, my fault.
Are you good now?
Oh, sorry.
I got it now. She good now. She was muted.
Okay. I say the first team that I think of right off the bat is LSU. Because I heard like Flau'jae is like potentially thinking about the clan for the W. Like we don't know if she fully is or not, but if Flau'jae goes, I feel like she could really fit well within that system. I think Michaela Williams would still be there as well. But I definitely like the tandem of her playing under Kim Mulkey. I feel like, like just even like style wise, like, I feel like it'll be a good fit. And I just really like the pace that LSU plays, and I feel like it fits her game pretty well.
What about Notre Dame?
Hannah.
They need some help after Olivia.
What about Olivia going in the transfer?
Yeah.
Olivia going in the transfer. Why not Notre Dame?
But I'm not fooling with Hannah's stuff though.
Woo, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
And Hannah, honestly, look, you couldn't tell me that she wasn't the best player in the nation. Like I was that person that would go argue, but she has really let me down. She has really let me down with her playing style, the ball hogging, and Coach Ivy. It takes me a lot as a black woman to say anything negative about a black
woman.
female coach.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It takes me a lot, but I'm at the point where I just don't understand why Coach Ivy did not reel Hannah in for the betterment of the team. I don't know. So I love that, but it would have to be a lot of structure to figure out how her and Hannah are going to work together. I definitely would say LSU. I think she would be like an Alexis Morris on steroids. She definitely would get all the visibility that she needs. And because I don't think she needs that much coaching up, I think her and Kim would be just fine at
Yeah.
LSU. My sleeper pick though would be Vandy. I want to see Blake's, who
Kayla.
I'm a big fan
Kayla
of,
together.
come off the ball. Yeah, I want her and Michaela. I want Michaela to do more combo work. That's what I want. I think her and Vandy. She's such a team player. I think Vandy would do numbers. Vandy would go
Oh, dude.
really far.
Backcourt.
Yeah, shoot them up. Definitely shoot them up.
Caleb
Backcourt.
Blake and
In the arm.
Tanaya.
That'd be a crazy
That
backcourt.
wouldn't be fair, but I would love to see it.
That'd be a crazy backcourt. And last but not least, Olivia Miles.
Damn, this is tough.
That's the hardest one.
I was still just
Yeah.
kind of like not surprised that
She don't want to
because
stay.
similar to what Cway said, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit like I'm a huge Hannah Hidalgo fan. Like she definitely deserved to be player of the year, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've ever seen her play more erratic than she has this 20. And I don't know what was going on, if it was just like her, like I understand you want to be aggressive, but she was taking shots where it's like, yo, what are you like? Somebody needs to go up to her and be like, yo, you kind of you bugging a little bit, like hold it down. And I don't know if like that happened, but yeah, her play was definitely erratic. But Olivia Miles, yeah, somebody that needs like a point guard, and I want to see her on a team that could contend. Like I don't want to see her just like be on some team where it's like they're not going to be competitive. Um, I definitely like Kentucky. Like I said, similar to like how I feel like you could kind of use her a little bit similar to Georgia Amore. Yeah, she's bigger. She could do a little bit more, but I just like that system in Kentucky, the way you have a guard that can score, that could dribble the ball, break you down. And then obviously you got Clara Strack and like Danzia Loris, who is also really good. So I definitely like her in Kentucky. And if I think of another team, I'll let you.
I like her at UConn.
There you go. On the right answer.
I want to see if she go run the point at UConn. I mean, talk about her skills.
AZ is coming back, right?
AZ, talk about just sharpshooters all around you. Olivia at UConn ain't fair. I know South Carolina's probably full, but I do think she would be a lot of fun at South Carolina running their, in their system. I don't like that one as much. I feel like if USC had more bigs and better help, I just think for visibility's sake, I think USC would be a lot of fun too. But
I like that UConn.
Yeah,
I
those
think
are my
Gino.
thoughts.
I like the
think
UConn
Gino-
one. I like the
He's
UConn
gonna
one.
because like he coaches. He'll tell you what you don't want to hear. Like you're not shooting enough. You're not passing. You're not playing deep. I'm gonna tell you what you don't want to hear, but I'm gonna tell you to make you better. And Olivia, she has got kind of exposed as far as defensively. Like I didn't know she
Yeah.
was that bad, but is at a point where like they got to sub her out the game to get a stop. So I think he'll help on that end. And you know what? She needs to also like improve her shooting. I feel like UConn would be the best situation for her. She had a good team. She's going to compete. Great coaching. What else can you ask for? Like, what else can you ask for?
She can fill in and do what they need, and also develop at the same time. Yeah, I like UConn.
Yeah, like
Like
Also,
that.
definitely another sleeper low key. Like, I mean, this probably won't happen. Like, I feel like Texas could use like a whole restructure of like how they play, and I feel like somebody like Olivia Miles will literally force them to be better offensively and just like increase the tempo of how they play. So I definitely think Texas, because like how we mentioned, she needs like a solidified coach. Another sleeper is Tennessee. Tennessee can score the basketball. That up and it'll be like the Golden State Warriors, like the
they,
Houston Rockets when they had James Harden. Like
they just be
Talasia
that'll
Floyd.
like
be
this.
I like her. I
boy,
mean,
that
wasn't
would
it
be.
Cooper? Talasia
They
Cooper?
gonna rush to go
That
home so
too?
they be just like slow
I'm
down.
telling
Like,
you, that would be fun to watch. I don't know if the defense will be played, but offensively, that'll be a movie.
I mean, that's good to know, like watch. But if you think about like as
Yeah.
far as developing herself, I don't think though. I think UConn would be the best spot, like I said, just because of coaching alone. At Tennessee, they're gonna put the ball in her hands. It's gonna be up and down, 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 up and down. But are they gonna help her with her defense? Oh,
Yeah. Man. Yeah. That's why I mentioned Texas.
watch it.
But I
Hold on.
do
Y'all
like
still see her?
I like
Y'all still see
Tennessee.
her?
Oh,
Nah,
no,
she's
no,
not.
no.
Nah. She's. I don't. So probably have.
Yeah. I forgot where we was at, but I'm gonna
Olivia
just check.
Miles, free.
Olivia
Yeah.
Miles, yeah. Yeah, UConn.
Tennessee, UConn.
All right, but why do you think she changed her mind?
Cool. Olivia Miles.
Yeah, Olivia
I've heard
Miles.
a couple of things. Somebody was in my comments saying that she went to Notre Dame early. I'm gonna give the least nefarious option out there first. Someone said that she went to Notre Dame early, and so she's already maxed out the amount of credits she could do graduate school wise and things like that. Someone did say that, so I'm gonna leave that as an option if she's already used all of her credits. But if it's not that, then I mean it has to be the structure of the team and everything they have going on. I also what was telling is the fact that when that game was over, I don't know if you guys saw, she ran off like she was not sad. She was out of
She had her
there.
mind made up already. She had her mind made up already.
Yeah.
If
Because
we
even
don't
if it's a
win,
credit
I'm out.
issue, right? Even if it's a credit issue, you still seem like you would feel away.
Yeah, for sure.
It don't feel like that.
Yeah, I
So
don't think. Yeah, that don't sound true because it sound like it's. That don't sound true. It feel like it came out of nowhere. It felt like she was like, yeah, I'm gonna think about it. Then boom, next day, transferring. Like, damn.
If
like,
it was a credit issue, when we would have heard about that throughout the year,
yeah.
we would have heard about throughout the year. Something like so impulsive like that was just on her mind. Like the way we lost,
Yeah.
I'm done with this shit.
Yeah.
I've had it. I don't like the structure. I don't feel like it's built for me to succeed. Let me go put myself in the best position possible to become a better player.
yeah,
That's
that's
why
over.
she transferred, but why she didn't go to the draft, I think it's clear. It's not to raise draft stock.
Nah.
I think it's because either she wanted the money from the next contract, or she didn't get any guarantees that she was going to play. Because if she's going to Seattle, there's no guarantees she was going to play.
Yeah.
I mean, she might
And
play,
they-
but not. She'll be behind.
Not much.
Yeah.
She behind Skylar Diggins though, so it's like
It's a lot of guards over there. Nika Mule and Zaya Cook and Lexi
Gabby.
Brown.
So it's
It's,
like,
still
it's
the-
competitive.
You still the second pick in the draft though. Like
but it's not gonna fit though.
Yeah.
Like, but it's not gonna fit. I don't want to come to the league and I'm just like,
But let
out of
me
position.
take you to football, right? Say you just sit on the bench a year and learn. Like, you don't know. Skylar might be on her way out. Like you're next in line. You're the second draft pick. And mind you, you got already an established team around you. Sometimes you gotta think long term. Next year she might not be that big of a draft prospect. Her stock might fall. Think about it. Second pick in the draft,
I'm not
you
sitting on
can't
no
go no
bench.
higher than one. Like you can't get no higher than that, damn near.
I think a bulk of it just comes down to like not saying that this is the sole reason, but we all know like in college you're gonna make more money than you do, unfortunately, in the W. So it's one of those things where it's just like a business decision. Like all of the brand partnerships she got, deals, it's like, okay, let me capitalize on this before I go to the W. And I feel like it's a combination of just like I feel like Olivia Miles would have preferred to go out better than how she did.
How she went
Like,
out.
I think even in that fourth quarter, there was times where it was like late towards the game, she was on the bench, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
what's
Defense.
going on? So Yeah, so I just feel like that kind of like left a bad taste in her mouth, and I feel like on top of like being able to stack the coins and get the fruits of her labor, and kind of just like okay, like let me just finish out my last year or whatever, playing for a team where I can actually compete because I just feel like she realized like Notre Dame peaked and like if they couldn't make the Final Four this year, they're not gonna do it
Not
again. You know
next
what I'm
year.
saying? They were
Not
supposed to
next year.
do it this year. Like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that team was too talented to go out the way they did, and I just feel like she realized like yo, like I just I can't I won't be able to make it happen here.
Yeah, I
Agreed.
agree. I agree. I think yeah, like you said, like growth and all that. I think Also,
Yeah,
but I think the CBA did play a big part. Like, cause like,
absolutely.
why come this year when I could just come next year and I could make more
Get
on my
more
contract. So like,
strategy.
well, if and then like she has obvious flaws that if she goes to the W in a couple of months, they're going to expose that crazy. Like, so stay one
Yeah.
more year, go to a team you could grow on. Like I said, get that jump shot right, defense, and all that good stuff. Build on what you already are, and then next year she'll be fine. She'll still be
You
a
can't.
top, huh?
No, no. I was going to quickly say you can't be a defensive liability in the W. You will
Yeah,
get exposed. Like unless you shooting like Caitlin Clark or like Sabrina Ionescu,
They
you
won't
have
play.
to play defense. You have
Yeah.
to. You have to.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
That's why
yeah,
Melissa Pewee
exactly.
doesn't play that much in Minnesota.
Yeah.
It's
She's really good.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
really good, but it's defense.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I'm glad my fault cut you off. I'm glad you brought that up.
Like,
What's the name?
from Minnesota.
No, no,
Give
Iowa
me the
State.
team.
Iowa State.
Iowa State.
Oh,
Odie Crooks. Odie Crooks.
Yeah, all the Crooks, right? Do y'all think, let's say she was a senior right now, right? And she went to the W. Do y'all think she will survive in the league?
That's a
Why
tough
not?
question. I actually
Me,
was thinking about that the other day. Now, go ahead, Ron. My fault.
I think me personally, when I was watching, I was like, nah, this ain't cutting it because number one in the league, you can't just sit in the lane because in college there's no 3 seconds. In the W, there's 3 seconds. So you can't just sit in the lane. You got to guard. Now you got to guard John Quayle Jones. You got to guard AJ Wilson. You got to guard Fee. You got to guard them. And she's kind of undersized as far as like height, and she has slow feet. So now, like, who do I put you on? How can you play? Like now
Yeah.
she get like she's bigger than most of her defenders. So now she get the ball in the post, just boom, boom, boom. That shit ain't gonna fly in the league.
It's not.
It's not gonna fly in the league.
Yeah.
So like I said, you got to guard Fee, Stewie, you got
Yeah.
BG, you got all these players. So I don't think she'll. I hope she like. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but like I just
No, I
hope
guess it.
she her fits. I mean,
Conditioning.
does her
Yeah.
like
Her goals are at this point because
yeah
her decision not to leave. Maybe she's just trying to make the best of her 4 years and go do something else
Mhm.
because to me, we all see what's going on in the league. I mean, it's just so tough to make it.
Yeah.
And her not moving quick enough, and there's going to be people just as big as her or almost as big as her, but taller, stronger, moving quicker. I don't know. Even with this decision, either she's going to try to do what it takes to make adjustments here at Iowa State, or she just trying to enjoy what she has at Iowa State and move on.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Because not everybody has to go to that next level. Maybe she okay with it.
Yeah.
And you
true.
could go overseas and be a star, a star and get the same kind of money or even more. Ain't nothing wrong with that nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I love Odie Crooks. I love her game. I'm definitely a huge fan. I will just say, like, when you talk about the W, it's another level. Like when you go to W, you have to guard. And like how we mentioned, like Odie Crooks is a little bit undersized. So like when you think about the people that she's gonna have to defend on the court, John Quell Jones, jab, step, drive, put you in the post. Like it's just too many offensive threats to where like I feel like over it would take a lot for her to just like earn minutes on the court. Like I feel like she could make a team, and then maybe depending on the matchup, like how Alyssa Pearly may come in and get some minutes against certain teams. I feel like maybe that could happen, but I definitely do feel like she may be a little bit too slow on her feet to keep up because even the bigs are fast. And it's like if you don't keep up, it's like okay, we can't really have you on the court. But like I said, I'm a huge fan of Audie Crooks. I'm rooting for her. Like I said, maybe she just comes back next year, make adjustments, and she's on time. But until then, we gotta wait and see.
Right.
That's true, man. And that's that. That's the episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Once
Yes.
again,
That bell.
Cway,
Show love. Show
thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for
You know,
having me.
anybody
Appreciate
that
you.
comes on the show they family here. So now like you can always come back. You know, the WNBA starts a couple of months.
Yes.
Yeah, a couple of
Do
Exciting.
months.
some things.
You could come back. You know, we're gonna invite you back. So make sure you
Please.
clear the schedule for us. But before we get out of here, let me ask you a question. One question. Who's your favorite team in the WNBA? Don't say the wrong thing.
Chicago Sky, hands down.
Okay,
Respons-
okay, okay,
From
okay. Oh yeah.
Chicago.
Okay.
I respect it.
Okay,
Hey,
yeah,
she
yeah,
from
yeah. I respect it.
I
Chicago.
respect it.
Yeah,
That's a no-brainer.
thank you. I like that
I,
answer.
I
I
mean,
will say,
otherwise, the Aces, sure, but
Oh God, don't say them.
Yeah.
God,
man,
I
nah.
guess after that, the Seattle Storm. I don't know if I'm getting closer or not.
No,
But,
you're
Nah, you
far.
good.
You're
You good.
far from. You far from him. From them. From
oh, the
them.
New York Liberty.
Yeah. There
yeah,
Yeah,
you
man.
go.
man,
I like the Libs too. I do.
yeah. I
Show
know,
I,
I
love
I'm,
those
know.
I'm
hands.
sorry about that, Niger. That's horrible news.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Horrible.
she out for like
man.
5, 6 months. Yeah, they're
That
gonna miss
shit
her.
pissed me off, man. That shit
I
pissed
mean, I'm
me
glad
off,
we got
man.
Natasha Cloud.
Yes.
I feel like that's another. She's somebody that plays defense really well, but you can't replace Benaja Laney Hamilton. So we're definitely gonna
She's
feel
so
that for sure. Yeah.
What's
yeah.
up? My fault. I know I said it's time to go, but
Nah,
I
go
got
ahead. We
before
good. We
I got
good.
one last question. What y'all think about that new facility?
Beautiful.
That's
They deserve it. Well,
They
fire.
deserve it.
finally,
They
finally,
deserve it. They
finally.
deserve it.
I was digging into the owners. I didn't know the owners of the Liberty. He owns
Yeah,
Alibaba.
yeah,
He has
he
money.
got
He
deep
has
They
pockets.
money to
got.
blow.
Yeah,
So why not?
Yeah,
If
they
it
That's
ain't
what
deserve
I'm
that.
if
saying.
you got it, so
That's
he
what.
spend
got
it.
And they just rewarded you with a championship. Hell yeah.
Why not?
Boomerang it right back. That's a fact.
just
He'll get
First
that
That
place in
is a
Liberty
75
fact.
back.
history.
He'll get that
both
the way
years, bro.
the way the W moving. He'll get the 75
Of
back.
They
course,
playing the
bro.
Yeah.
Barclays. They you can put whatever number you want on them prices. You can put whatever number you want on them prices.
We coming. He threw a, he
Yeah, he'll
threw
Yeah.
a, he threw a party at the Barclays after the championship. That shit was crazy. Like everything on the house, like free to get in,
On the house.
drinks. That shit was crazy.
I'm
Food.
a 2-time New York
What
Liberty
he don't
season
make,
ticket holder,
he can
so
write off. I mean,
yeah.
whatever he ain't making, he can
Yeah,
write off. So
yeah,
why not?
that's fine, man. But yeah, like I said, my fault, y'all. But yeah, we out of here. See, wait.
All right.
All
Thanks for
right.
having me.